We're also, as you know, investing heavily right now in building a new settlement system for instant payments in the U.S. It'll be the first such major expansion of our core payment system since the 1970s. We found the case for this quite compelling for consumers, businesses, and just ensuring that all financial institutions have access to the payment system. Looking forward, rapid changes are taking place in the global monetary system that may affect the international role of the dollar in the future. Most major economies already have or are in the process of developing instant 24/7 payments. And in light of the tremendous growth in crypto assets and stablecoins, we are examining whether a U.S. central bank digital currency would improve upon what is an already safe and efficient domestic payment system. As our white paper on this topic notes, a U.S. CBDC could also potentially help maintain the dollar's international standing.
Jerome Powell, the chairman of the United States Federal Reserve, has just confirmed that real-time payments are coming. These real-time payments will be powered by cryptocurrencies like Ripple XRP. Right now, I'm going to show you so many connections between the U.S. Federal Reserve and Ripple XRP. The U.S. Federal Reserve is definitely interested in cryptocurrencies and digital assets. The U.S. Federal Reserve has officially stated how XRP is likely to be used to facilitate the blockchain aspect of their FEDNOW payment system. Ripple, a prominent provider of cross-border payments and open-source distributed ledger technology for financial transactions, may be included in fintech companies that FedNow will utilize. Additionally, Stellar Lumen's XLM and Metal's blockchain will also be used by the FedNow payment system. If you hold Ripple XRP right now, this is massive. Destroy the like button, because also someone from Ripple, this guy right here, he is literally part of the United States Faster Payments Council. James Selick, this guy literally is part of this council, and this council was created by the U.S. Federal Reserve for real-time payments. Ripple is part of this council, and also what's interesting is that this guy from Metallicus, yes, Metal blockchain, the same Metal blockchain that we just spoke about, how it is working with the U.S. Federal Reserve, Metallicus, and they are also part of this U.S. Federal Reserve Faster Payments Council. Metallicus has a whole page dedicated on the Federal Reserve FedNow payment system webpage. This is literally the official website of the U.S. Federal Reserve FedNow payment system, and they have Metallicus showcase Metal blockchain as a company, as a cryptocurrency that they're working with. The Metal blockchain, Metallicus, Metal blockchain, and Ripple XRP. Both of those cryptocurrencies are part of this U.S. Federal Reserve Faster Payments Council. And I just bought over $5,000 worth of this cryptocurrency, Bankschange, BXE. Bankschange is the #1 DeFi project built on the XRP ledger, where you can buy and sell any cryptocurrency built on XRP directly on Bankschange. You can create your own token in just a few minutes directly on the XRP ledger through Bankschange. And Bankschange just launched the first ever decentralized media platform on the XRP ledger, where you can get paid for writing articles, and you get paid with the BXE token. BXE is going to be listed on the Zaman wallet very soon, and on November 14th, there's a massive centralized exchange listing for BXE, and that is why I bought over $5,000 worth of this cryptocurrency, Bankschange, BXE. Here is another video of a Federal Reserve president. He used to be the president of the St. Louis Bank here in the United States, the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. He used to be the president of that bank, and listen to him speaking about how Ripple, yes, Ripple could be used to power the Federal Reserve FedCoin. Listen to this.
I'm not saying that this is ever going to happen, but just conceptually, you could imagine not FedWire for all, but kind of with a FedCoin, where what the Fed would do is actually just issue these, Bitcoin-like objects but and they would enforce a par exchange rate with the U.S. dollar. That would eliminate the exchange rate volatility. But they could delegate the clearing of these payments to some third party, some sort of Ripple-like protocol, or possibly even Bitcoin. I mean, we could delegate the responsibility of processing these electronic, Bitcoin payments to the miners.
XRP family, XRP army. There are so many connections between the U.S. Federal Reserve and Ripple XRP. They definitely know about XRP. They are looking at the technology to potentially use it. There are so many connections between the U.S. Federal Reserve and Ripple XRP. So if you hold XRP, destroy the like button, smash the like button, and join and subscribe, because this is huge news. The fact that the Federal Reserve FEDNOW instant payment system and Ripple XRP are working together in many different ways is massive, is huge, because the Federal Reserve Bank, the Fed, is the largest bank in the world. That is a big deal. Industry buzz suggests that the Fed now could be leveraging RippleNet's technology, and there is a lot of proof that that's the case, that this is true. And on April 2024, reports surfaced of a XRP transaction being processed to a US bank via FEDNOW, which is very interesting. FEDNOW handled an XRP transaction. So yes, the US Federal Reserve is using Ripple's technology and XRP in many different ways. We also have Finastra and Volante, which are using XRP, and they are also partnered up with the Federal Reserve. Yes, there are so many other different partnerships that we can speak about right now in today's video, but this video would be super long. But what you need to know right now, if you hold XRP, is that the Federal Reserve Faster Payments instant payment system is here, and it is using cryptocurrencies, blockchain technologies like XRP. I showed you so many different connections between the Federal Reserve and Ripple XRP in today's video, so show your support. I love you all. I will see you very soon. Until next time, Crypto AI Man.